ZABoxingNation, where boxing lives, breathes, and breaks down. Today we've got massive updates as we head into one of the most highly anticipated fight weeks in recent memory. Canelo Álvarez versus Terence Crawford just held their final press conference, and I'll be breaking down exactly what was said, what's at stake, and how this fight could change boxing history. Plus, we'll look at Inoue versus Akhmadaliev, Dana White's Zuffa boxing announcement, and of course, your favorite segment on this day in boxing history. Let's break this all down. Fight week energy is officially in the air. Today, September 11th, we got the final press conference between Canelo Álvarez versus Terence Crawford, and the tension was real. Canelo Álvarez came calm and collected as always, emphasized his experience and his discipline, and what he called a promise to deliver a great victory for Mexico. Meanwhile, Terence Crawford doubled down on his confidence, stating that he has been preparing his whole life for this very moment, and that moving up in weight isn't a disadvantage, it's an opportunity. This is where we'll be in. What stood out to me most about this press conference was how measured the energy was. No pushing, no wild trash talk, just two elite professional fighters who understand what's at stake. Sometimes that quiet confidence is scarier than a loud back and forth. And fight week is stacked. Grand arrivals, open workouts, ceremonial weigh-ins. Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas is ready for over 60,000 fans. This isn't just a fight, it's a global event streaming live on Netflix. That's how massive boxing has become in 2025. Let me know what you guys think about that in the comments below. Now let's break down what this fight really means for the sport. Canelo Álvarez, who is 63 wins, 2 losses, 2 draws, and 39 big wins coming by way of knockout. His undisputed super middleweight crown is on the line. He's fought everyone, he's carried divisions, and he's still one of the most dangerous body punchers in boxing. Terence Crawford, who is 41 wins, 0 losses, and 31 big wins coming by way of knockout. He is undefeated, a pound-for-pound elite fighter, but moving up 2 weight classes, that's where the intrigue lies. Can his speed, ring IQ, and adaptability translate against a naturally bigger and stronger opponent? Another factor, Canelo Álvarez's motivation. Just as last month, he stepped away from camp to witness the birth of his daughter, Eva Victoria. He said it gave him a new sense of strength and responsibility. Fighters often pull something extra out of themselves when their personal life gives them purpose. And that could be a huge edge in this fight. On the undercard, we've got Callum Walsh versus Fernando Vargas Jr., Christian Mbili versus Lester Martinez. Each of these fight weeks features young, hungry talent looking to break into the mainstream. Sometimes the undercard is where the most brutal knockouts or unexpected upsets can happen, so keep an eye on those. When you combine this press conference energy, the personal motivation, and the stacked undercard, Saturday night is shaping up to be unforgettable. Now, let's not forget, just one day after Canelo Álvarez versus Terence Crawford, we get another monster matchup. Naoya, the monster Inoue versus Akhmadaliev for the undisputed junior featherweight title. Naoya, the monster Inoue, is 30 wins, 0 losses, and 27 big wins coming by way of knockout. He is a generational talent, explosive power, insane timing, and the ability to finish fights brutally. Akhmadaliev, who is 14 wins, 1 loss, and 11 big wins coming by way of knockout. He was also a unified champion. He is no pushover. He's disciplined, He's sharp, physically strong, and many believe he could test Naoya the Monster Inoue in ways that we haven't seen before. This fight will stream live for fans in the US and UK, making it accessible to the global boxing community. It's a reminder that boxing is truly international, with Japanese, Uzbek, and the American fans all invested. If Crawford shocks the world on Saturday and Inoue keeps his streak alive on Sunday, we might be talking about one of the wildest 48-hour stretches in boxing history. Let me know how you guys feel about all of that in the comments below. Saul Canelo Álvarez versus Terence Bud Crawford at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada, September 13th. September 13th. While all eyes are on fight week, there's also major news brewing for boxing's future. UFC president Dana White has confirmed that Zuffa Boxing will officially launch in 2026. His pitch: bring the UFC models to boxing. The structure, the consistent matchmaking, and the centralized promotion into boxing. That means less confusion for the fans, more clarity for prospects, and possibly more crossover appeal. Now, boxing purists may push back. Boxing's tradition has always been fractured. Multiple promotions, sanctioning bodies, and champions. But imagine if Zuffa Boxing really delivers a more straightforward path for fighters and fans. Force traditional promoters to adapt. And that might mean better fights sooner with less politics. We'll see if Dana White can actually pull it off, but one thing's certain: change is coming to boxing. Will it be positive? We'll have to find out. And now for your favorite segment on this day in boxing history. First, in 1951, Rocky Marciano faced the great Joe Louis at the Madison Square Garden. Rocky Marciano, the younger, hungrier fighter, took on the aging legend. And in the 8th round, Rocky Marciano's relentless power overwhelmed Joe Louis, ending his career and pushing Rocky Marciano's record further along in his path to becoming the only heavyweight champion to retire undefeated. It was brutal, emotional, and symbolic, the passing of a torch from one era to the next. James Buddy McGirt defended his IBF welterweight title against Miguel Santana. While it doesn't carry the same mainstream legend as Rocky Marciano versus Joe Louis, it showcased McGirt's masterful defense and composure against an underdog who refused to quit. McGirt's performance was a clinic in ring generalship. Both fights remind us of what makes boxing so special: the legacy, the drama, and the stories that echo through the generations. The stories that echo through generations. Let me know how you guys feel about that in the comments below. Now, so what happens this weekend? For Saul Canelo Álvarez versus Terence Bud Crawford, I predict a razor-close contest early in the fight. Terence Bud Crawford will rely on his speed, his counterpunching ability, but if Saul Canelo Álvarez invests into the body, he could slow Terence Bud Crawford down by the mid-rounds. My call is Saul Canelo Álvarez either by knockout or he edges a close decision, maybe even a late stoppage within the fight, if Terence Bud Crawford ever fades at any moment. For Naoya the Monster Inoue versus Akhmadaliev, I lean towards Naoya the Monster Inoue. His momentum is too strong, his precision is in, he's extremely sharp. But Akhmadaliev is extremely dangerous. He is a unified champion. And if he makes it ugly, it could test Naoya the Monster Inoue in ways that we have not seen before. Overall, this weekend has the chance to redefine boxing's landscape. One upset, one big knockout, and history could be rewritten. Shut up! Now, let me know what you guys think about all of that in the comments below. This is going to be such a spectacular fight week. Today, we have the weigh-ins. So let me know what you guys think about all of that in the comments below. But this is ZABoxingNation, where champions get analyzed and legends are made. And if you're new here, keep your hands up, and I'll catch you in the next one.